can you guys see all these creatures? Yes. Well, what you can't see is the creatures that were removed. Yeah, Creatures of Sonaria actually deleted a lot of creatures before, and it might be because the person who made the creature like left the team and whatever and stuff like that. I don't know. As you guys can see, there's actually a removed/scrapped page in the wiki, and it's a little bit hard to get to, but I got it. And if you press here, you will get to the obsolete content page, where they basically logged the stuff that left the game. And I actually remember all of this stuff. But yeah, they used to have NPC in this game, which is a really requested thing. Because, am I being attacked or something? What is going on over here? Hey, this little Felicio is dying over here. Maybe, oh my god, my game is loud. Maybe I should just finish him off. Yes, free food. So here's a little fun fact. We actually used to have NPCs before that would be any creature. Like any creature except any flying creatures and aquatic creatures. So you could literally like, I mean if it still existed, you would like be in the game and then you would just find a huge null rock NPC. That would be insane. But yeah, comment down below if you guys want NPC in this game. They might listen, you know. But honestly, I don't really want NPC. Like I love the fact that every single creature I see while playing the game, I know it's a player. Like that's just pretty cool to me, honestly. Plus we already have like these carcasses around. But I guess to make it more of a survival game, they could remove the carcasses and add NPCs that you could hunt down instead. But they should make it like sheep or something, not like creatures. Because I want to be able to tell who is players and who's NPCs, you know? Then there are like active NPCs that can chase down and run away from people. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, they could be some pretty big creatures. That's kind of scary. Hey, what did I click? Oh no, I'm about to get hacks on. Huh? We actually used to have also like little fishy NPCs and shrimp that would be floating around. And little sharks that you can eat. It's so sick. So, I'm sure everybody can remember this status effect that used to exist in Creatures of Sonaria. And it was called Uncomfortability. And basically, if I see a bigger creature than me, like that or a tomb, and I'm looking at it and I'm near it, I would start to gain uncomfortability, a status effect basically. But if I do not see it, I will not gain any uncomfortability, and this is so that they can like sneak up on you and you wouldn't notice. But yeah, if it still existed, my Jeff would be uncomfortable right now and I would start taking damage. Now that's the problem. I honestly think uncomfortability was so unique and it was like the coolest status effect ever. Like your creature would get uncomfortable. That's something that never existed in any game. But the problem is that it deals damage, so they literally just like completely ruined it with that. Yeah, you start taking continuous damage. The reason this sucks is because it basically forces you to not be able to like go near any creature, and it made the game a little bit boring, honestly, because like your creature would just start taking damage whenever you get any like near this Lysisius, for example. I think the solution for this was to not remove it because it was really cool, but to like change it up. Not let you take damage, but let you take something else. But yeah, that's enough features. I think we should actually get to the real creatures that used to exist in Creatures of Sonaria. First of all, we had the Vermice. Let me just grab the model real quick. Here it is. It's like a little, I don't know, it's a little tiny bird creature. Yeah, I'm not sure why this was removed from the game. It might have been a little bit too basic, I guess. But here, ladies and gentlemen, we have the Bella Guise. And for some reason, I don't remember this creature being in the game. It might have been like scrapped, it might have been cancelled before it was added, but yeah, I do not remember this creature. Then we have the Beludon, and I think this used to exist. I actually think it used to, I don't know, I just remember a creature with a name like this. And it has poisonous saliva, apparently. But the design might have been too simple, so it wouldn't like match the game anymore. And then it was just never remodeled, so it was removed. That's sad. Then we have the Bromeliosaurus, and this actually used to exist in Creatures of Sonaria. And honestly, I can kind of see why it was removed. It looks a little bit, you know, I don't know. Maybe they just could have changed the colors a little bit, but it doesn't look too great of a creature. I mean, I don't know, it looks like a potato. And then there's the Cervalis, and I think this creature was actually like cancelled before it came out. I'm not really sure. Oh no, I think this actually used to exist in the game. Comment down below if you guys actually remember these creatures, or if you were like OG enough to see these creatures in the game. Because they're pretty old. I think we would have like 350 creatures or more if they still existed. Then we have Corrosion. This is basically the land version of Bazelli. Or maybe they just removed this, put wings and called it Bazelli. Like, I don't know, but this is pretty much a Bazelli. Then we have the Delmothin, which is a manta ray creature. And I think this was scrapped and replaced with Ulioium. That's why it was scrapped, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's cool. This is actually a new one. Like, this was just made and scrapped. It was gonna be added. And this is the Irid Hook, and this might have been replaced with that bull creature. What was it called? That deaf creature that nobody ever uses or mentions. Oh, the Nick Toxin. Yeah, this really is just like an uncolored version of the Nick Toxin. But it was modeled, but I don't think it was added. But look at that. It's actually pretty cool. I think it should have been added. That would have been a little bit fun to use if it had like if it was like really fast and it charges. The next one is a very interesting creature that you guys might actually remember. I think it used to exist, I'm not sure, but I do remember a name like this existing. It is the Kaburi. This is gonna be so weird to the people who didn't know this creature when it actually existed or when it was being planned and whatever. But yeah, it is a centipede shrow. It's literally like basically a shrow. It might have been replaced with the shrow actually. But when it was about to be added, it was actually going to be one of the biggest creatures. So we would have had this centipede shrow as big as something like a Caldon No, okay, not a Caldon but at the time the biggest creature was like Nolok. Hey, what am I doing? Next up was the Kalua. And this was basically a cat. Like, yeah, it's just a cat. There's nothing to it. This might be why it was cancelled. They want to only add like unique creatures. It is literally just a cat with like long ears. That's crazy. But yeah, it would have been actually a little bit fun playing as a normal cat in the game. And here's the unfinished model. They probably like forgot to put a head or something. Here we have the Keelsura, which was probably planned to be like, it kind of looks like Rodan. But yeah, it was probably planned to be one of the biggest flyers in the game. And here's the unfinished model. It actually looks so sick. I love that design. It's like basically an insect wyvern. You can literally tell from its body. But yeah, it looks pretty cool. There's like little mini volcanoes on its body as well. Comment down below what creature you guys want to come back to Creatures of Sonaria. So here's a creature called Kion, and this was basically our sea snake. I want a creature like this so bad to come back to Creatures of Sonaria. The most similar creature we have to this is actually Kohiki, but it's not really like that long. But it would be so sick, man, if we had a creature like that, like an eel. I think this did exist and they made it brown instead. And here it is. Man, I love it. Look at that. It looks like a leaf. That is awesome. I think it did exist though. For some reason I remember the word Kion. I don't know. It's supposed to be a tier 5 aquatic. I love this, man. Hey, what? Wasn't it this one? Oh, this is a redesign. Here's the Konoron. And this is kind of like a Chrysos. They probably scrapped these creatures because they were too similar to another creature. They would just be useless. Here we have the Lyle Fee. And this is a tiny leaf bird. And I'm not sure why this was removed. I don't know if it existed, man. I'm having so much trouble remembering these things. But here we have the Lumihair. And I can also see why this thing was removed from the game. Here's the Arupix, and I think this is too similar to Uvius, so probably scrapped. Here's the Isoi, an omnivore thingy. Too basic, looks like Saikari. I don't think it should be added. The Astlafay. Now this is what I like. This is a volcano bird. I don't think we have that, do we? We have Aeolinus. But no, it's not like a volcano. This is literally like a lava bird. That is sick. I want that. Then we have the Chip Chip. It is literally just called Chip Chip. And this is a creature that I think should have been added, honestly. It's called the Constellion. It's called the Constellion. This is like a hybrid bull, lion, griffin creature. And it looks insane. It looks like Ares' dad. Nah, it should have been added. I don't care what you guys say. Then we have the Avrocan. This was actually planned to be one of the dev creatures, and I really love this creature. It's like a flying Yosog. It definitely should have been added. This is probably the most creature I wanted to be added to the game, honestly. It's like a Jelly Bean Yosog combination, literally. Here's the Firaga, another fire lizard. I love lizard creatures. I want this to be added, honestly. What do you guys think of this? Then we have the Glider. It's literally just called the Glider. It looks a little bit similar to Sanctuar and Truthal Bieva, but I wouldn't mind another crazy small bleeder, honestly. I would be happy if the Glider was added. The Gwen, well, another creature I wanted to be added. This was going to be a dev creature for a developer called Stud, and it was ultimately scrapped, unfortunately, but it looks so awesome. And this is the Handel Kilor. This is just a mini Dantenos, please don't add this. Another creature, I think 110% should have been added. The Hydrol Deval. This is a Yosog with a horn, honestly, but it's still cool. I really like it. I don't know if this is supposed to be a fire creature or a water creature or a lightning creature. What if they actually make a creature like this where it's a combination of elements? That would be so sick. Now this is probably like my favorite or second favorite creature that wasn't added to Creatures of Sonaria, but was gonna be added, man. It's called the Night Myth, and look at this thing. It has like wings of the stars, and then I don't know, it's so sick. It looks so awesome, man. This thing had to be added. The reason this creature wasn't added is because it was replaced by Verkleeksen, and I think this should have replaced Verkleeksen. The She-Hashas, another creature I love. I think I remember this being planned for some reason. It's so cool. It's like a moon, what is it called, sunfish? It's like a sunfish with gold. And here's the model of it. I think it should have been added, honestly. Oh, so this was made by Wolfragen, which is a developer who also left the staff team. Seekine, Praying Mantis Leech. Oh, it's like a Vahiax. Vahiax Praying Mantis, basically. Look at that. This is... Here's the... Someone tell me how a developer modeled this creature, unironically with a straight face. We have the Tsiki. It's a little cute plant puff-ump rat. Another creature that should have been added. Maybe the looks should have been just a little bit adjusted. But now this is actually a scary creature. Not the Sanctuar, not the Truth Albeit. No, this is actually scary. This looks scary. Nah, this thing should have been added, man. That would have been amazing for the game, honestly. A lot of people would have loved this creature. Here's the Surdia, another glider type of creature. This was never actually modeled, but I think it would have been awesome. Okay, so many of these creatures would have been so awesome to have in the game. But I did leave out like 6 creatures that were not added to the game because they were all just the same exact design. Just a little super basic Uvius, and there's like 6 of them. So yeah, I just left them out of the video. But if you guys enjoyed this little TED Talk, subscribe.